With White, official weight 149 pounds. His professional record 31 victories, including 23 knockouts with only 1 defeat and 1 bout even. De Caguas, Puerto Rico, Jose Miguel Cotto. And fighting out of the red corner, wearing red with silver. Official weight 150 pounds. His professional record 31 victories with 23 knockouts and 1 draw. From Guadalajara, Mexico, the undefeated Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Alvarez with the red hair. Alvarez.
That's right.
Somebody from Ireland must have snuck across the border and met his mother, huh? I love his look. He's got that European look to him with a very, very light complexion.
Caballeros, ustedes recibieron sus instrucciones. Mira, aquí está bien, aquí no. Aquí está bien, aquí no. De los entornos para arriba. Yo quiero una plena limpia. Escúchame, cuídate. ¿Listos? Vámonos.
10 rounds of boxing. Saul Alvarez, the undefeated NABF champion at 147 pounds. This is a battle of 2 world-class fighters. Jose Miguel Cotto, only lost, I mentioned, to Juan Diaz. Fought 3 times in 09, all knockout wins over Hildo Julio, Martin Ramirez, and Anthony Woods. This is his 2nd fight in Las Vegas. Fought a couple of times in Miami. All the rest of his fights have been in Puerto Rico. So he loves the bright lights of Las Vegas, and let's see how he does against the tough Mexican from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. Black and white trunks is Jose Miguel Cotto. The crowd continues to pour in to this MGM Grand Garden Arena, which will be totally sold out by the time our main event starts, and our main event is next, Shane Mosley and Floyd Mayweather. Oh, nice combination by Saul Alvarez. He looks like he throws punches with power, too, doesn't he, Dave?
And really did good digging shot here by Cotto. And these guys are trying to move into the hierarchy of a division with guys like Pac-Man, Mosley, Berto. One of the top divisions in boxing, welterweight division's in good shape.
Meanwhile, these guys have 62 victories and 46 knockouts between them. Only 1 loss and 62 wins between the 2 of them, and that's Cotto's loss to Diaz.
And 46 knockouts, just for good measure.
Unbelievable. In the red trunks, the red hair, Saul Alvarez, 31-0 with a draw, 23 knockouts. Jose Miguel Cotto. Again, Alvarez back in that corner. Although push him down, Tony reaches let the head go. No panic by Cotto to try to finish him, but he certainly landed some power shots after the one that staggered him.
He's not lunging, but he's going after him. And meanwhile, for Alvarez, 10 seconds away from being out of the woods for the moment.
Downstairs again, he protected himself. Left hook back. Hey, you want the Alvarez to stop? Because he was hurt. That was a good round for Cotto.
According to the EPA, the air in your...
This fight is set up for a brawl. And here it is. Cotto gets there first. Say don't hook with a hooker. Well, Alvarez tried. Cotto got there first with his hook.
didn't even really slide down the ropes. He wanted to stay and fight. I mean, this guy Alvarez is a fighter. But, you know, when a guy hasn't lost, they don't know how to lose sometimes.
Right, a couple more shots, he could have gotten stopped right there. The referee might have jumped in.
He certainly could have got knocked down. And Tony Weeks is the type of referee that won't let a guy take too many head blows without stopping the fight. You know, this is, as you mentioned, with all the great welterweights, and these guys have extraordinary records. They're both in line for big money fights. So this is an important fight for both men. And at 32 years of age, Jose Miguel Cotto has a little bit more urgency than the 19-year-old Saul Alvarez. And Alvarez at 19, you know, he could be the future in this division. But he's got to get by this guy, Cotto, and it's going to be tough. Not throwing a lot of punches, not real busy as Alvarez. He's got powerful shots, too. Again, he's got 23 KOs in his 31 wins.
Well, the speed of this fight, when you take a step up, be different than some other ones. And probably shaking off the cobwebs a little bit still.
Yeah, Cotto hasn't fought since last December. Alvarez fought in March, a couple of months ago. And Alvarez not doing much here in round number 2 at all. He's letting Cotto take the play away from him. And they say that he lunges over the left hand, blocked in the gloves by Cotto. Cotto ducks underneath the straight right hand. Cotto looks like a very matter-of-fact guy in his face and his eyes, Dave, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, and now he's getting some matter-of-fact left hooks thrown at him. So he'll need to change a little bit as Alvarez starting to come out of his shell a little bit.
Well, you had it there. Cotto landed a decent liver shot, a little bit low of the liver. Liver tucked up underneath the rib cage on the right-hand side. Alvarez just not quite catching Cotto coming in, but he's got the malice of forethought, which I like in a fighter. But it amazes me the way he recovered, because he was really staggering. Then he was hit again with the right hand up against the ropes.
It looked like he could go.
Yeah.
There was still so much time left in that round. That's a miracle escape.
Eloy Perez getting the majority decision over Gilberto Leon. Now here's Alvarez trying to battle back. And Jesse Vargas getting a 6-round TKO victory over Arturo Moruo earlier this evening. Fights that we did for the internet. Nice uppercut. That scores a knockdown. Anything but your feet touch the canvas and it's a knockdown. So his head balance and his head and Tony Weeks did exactly the right thing. Boy, that changed that now. That's a 10-8 round now. Now, to me, that 10-8 round wasn't as severe as the 10-9 round that we scored. This is a perfect example of what I mean when they don't use the full 10 points in the scoring of fights. But that's a 10-8 round now because of the knockdown. That's why Alvarez in front of the fight. It was just a flash to knock him off balance.
The gloves touch the canvas.
Even one glove touch. Anything but the bottoms of your feet touch the canvas. Watch this now.
Here comes Alvarez after he takes a big shot. Here comes the uppercut. Boom. Cotto staggers after he misses. Gloves touch. Referee right on top of it. And that's how the rule book has it.
Juan Manuel Marquez, who does a commentary for Televisa in Mexico. And all kinds of other announcers here.
I think they announced he's fighting again at Diaz.
Yeah.
Rematch.
Yeah. All right, this is round number 3. And shout out to Georgie Calvert and the boys at the Valley Inn down in Christchurch, New Zealand. Glad that you're with us this Sunday afternoon in New Zealand. Hope you're enjoying it there. Throw a few back to me and Dave. Round number 3. Saul Alvarez has knocked down Jose Miguel Cotto, but we showed you the replay. It was kind of similar to what happened in what didn't turn out to be a knockdown, but a staggering blow when Alvarez loaded up the shot and missed and was countered by Cotto. Cotto loaded up the shot and missed and was countered by Alvarez. So they both have been victimized by missing shots that they really had loaded up. Cotto doesn't like the fact that it was scored a knockdown, although he didn't battle and say anything to Tony because he knows the rules.
And he was throwing a punch in the process, and the follow through of the punch also helped knock him off
32 professional fights, 31-0 with a draw. That's an extraordinary amount of fights for, of course, in Mexico, they get turned pro when they're 15 years old, which he did. But it's still extraordinary. The guy 19 has got 32 professional fights. This is his 33rd pro fight. He's one of these guys who'll fight between 70 and 100 fights if he has any type of career.
Hey, I mean, you can still be in high school and be in the world rankings already if things go your way when you get that kind of a start. And this fight has had tons of opportunities, power opportunities for both guys, and we're going to see more. They're loading up, and their styles are blending into each other for an exciting fight. We're seeing it. Cotto had a golden opportunity in that first round, and Alvarez taking away the play late in round 2.
This is scheduled for 10 rounds, and personally, the way they're loading up shots, I'd be shocked if somebody doesn't get stopped in this fight. And it could be either guy, because both of them are loading up shots. Both of them have landed shots. Cotto down, a flash and balance sort of knocked down, or lack of balance, I should say, in the second round, close to the end of the round. And Alvarez was actually in a heap of trouble with a couple of minutes gone in the first round, but was able to tough his way out of it. And that shows you that the 19-year-old kid has got some, what they call in England, bottom. Straight right hand that time. Cotto with side-to-side shots.
But he just missed with that big right hand.
Closing seconds now of the third round. Uppercut. Were tested over 10 times leading up to this fight under the Olympic regulations, where they had surprise drug tests and they passed them with flying colors, which is good. This is round number 3.
Alvarez,
said 3, I meant 4.
has his opportunities from outside, and Cotto has his opportunities when he ducks under the jab and they can fire the hook out like that.
Alvarez, after getting snagged in the first round, won the second and third rounds of my score sheet. The second round by 2 points with that knockdown, in spite of the fact it was a, off-balance sort of knockdown and against Cotto. It still scored a 10-8 round, so Alvarez on the front now. Nice boxing here. Both guys loading up shots. Puffiness underneath that right eye of Alvarez.
Well, these guys do not get cheated. Everything is a hard shot. There are no workmanlike shots in this fight. Everything has major power intent and an attempt to drop your opponent.
That red-headed freckled face, Alvarez looks like Spanky McFarlane as opposed to a world-class fighter, doesn't he? It looks like it would be a lot of fun to hang with. He's a villain, I'll tell you, the way he throws his punches. He got a lot more confidence right now, too.
Well, that second round uppercut at the end of the round was a game changer for him.
Alvarez again in the red trunks with the red hair. Miguel Cotto, the brother of Miguel Cotto. Both of these fellows with almost identical records. 31-0 for Alvarez, 31-1 for Cotto. They each have a draw. They both have 23 knockouts. They both get bang. Look at these uppercuts. Nice shots. Alvarez got the back of this. Cotto keeps coming forward, almost like he willing to take a shot, trying to get one in. But Alvarez not only landing power shots without boxing him at this stage.
There's tremendous percentage of strong power shots by these guys.
I don't know how either man can take the amount of power shots they're being hit with. With the exception of Alvarez getting staggered in the first round, both guys have been able to gobble up the power. I mean, Cotto wasn't knocked down because of the heaviness of the punch. He was knocked down because he was off balance after the punch. But these guys have taken some serious shots from each other.
Some high-quality uppercuts from Alvarez and hooks from Cotto.
Look at this. Look at this battle. This is what the people love. They battle the bell here in round 4. I don't know. I think Alvarez won.
Sugar Shane still has the smile. Game face starting to emerge, and Floyd's definitely into the zone right now.
They're both in the zone. Shane's just got that very pleasant-looking face.
I'm good.
And there's Muhammad Ali with his wife, Lonnie. Lonnie's done a great job looking after him. Wait till they see Ali come in here. You'll hear the crowd. Dave and Zaire, Kuala Lumpur, Jakarta, Indonesia, over for the Mildenberger fight, and Sutherland, Flanders, and Brussels. I've traveled the world with that guy, with the Dundees, Freddie Pacheco, late Chris Dundee, Angelo. What a trip it was for a young fight broadcaster.
Definition of magic.
Especially Zaire and Manila. Days I'll never forget. This is round number 5. And tonight I expect, Dave, before it's all over, it's going to be another one of those nights we don't forget.
There's been quite a few developments already on this card. Explosive first rounds in 2 of the 3 fights we've had.
Well, so far we're into the 5th month of the year, the very first day. This is the fight of the year so far. Although you might get some argument from people in Germany about the Klitschko brothers. They're drawing 50,000 and 60,000 people in football arenas over there for heavyweight fights. But because of them staying over in Germany and fighting over there, hardly anyone cares about the heavyweight division in the United States right now. David Hayes put some interest in it, and Thomas Adamak winning a big heavyweight fight over Chris Arreola last week.
That was a good fight, too.
Put some interest in it. Down in Australia and New Zealand, Cali Meehan's fighting a big fight coming up soon in Germany. So there's some interest in that part of the world on the heavyweights. And, of course, David Hay in the UK with his victory in putting John Ruiz into retirement a week ago. All a little bit changing and a little bit different in the heavyweight division right now. This is round 5 in what has been a fight of very heavy punches landed by both men. We've got Alvarez slightly out in front in this fight, just outboxing, landed a few more heavy blows than in his Jose Miguel Cotto, a 19-year-older against a 32-year-older. A man against a boy, but they're both men in the ring tonight.
And Alvarez had to pass a man-sized test in that first round. But the fact that he could get out of that situation and not be stopped there and get right back into the fight is a huge testament for him.
I don't know about you, Dave, but when I'm 19 years old, I'd be afraid to fight a guy 32. Because it's coming from a guy that rode bulls professionally in a rodeo. But I wasn't afraid of them, but I sure respected them. But I'd be afraid to fight a 32-year-old guy when I was 18, 19 years old. But then again, Alvarez is a professional prize fighter. And he's a good one. Jose Miguel Cotto has got the bloodline. Look at this. Alvarez has a big right hand. Hit forward. I'll tell you this, Cotto better start answering. Tony reached for it and continued to take head blows. And finally he battles off the ropes. Big right hand again. That's about 6 good headshots landed by Saul Alvarez in this round. That's a good round for Alvarez. Man, he made a statement in that round, didn't he?
Yeah, he had him in the corner. He took full advantage.
Well, the big fights bring out the big stars, and that's what we love. This is the scene live in the MGM Grand Garden Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada. You wonder why the goosebumps come up? Take a look at this. Just to get the heart pumping from the fans any place watching around the world.
Vamos, vamos. Oye, no nos puede dar que reinicie, ¿ah? Ni que haga esos shows, ¿ah?
She's not even one of the superstars.
Oye. Seconds out.
The Colonel Bob Sheridan here with Dave Bontempo at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Coming up after this one, Shane Mosley and Floyd Mayweather will do battle at 147 pounds. One for money, one for his legacy. Actually, in reality, it's both for money and legacy for both. That's what they say. This is round 6 in a dandy of a welterweight battle featuring Saul Alvarez. For the last couple of rounds has been outboxing Miguel Cotto and is out in front unofficially in this fight. Cotto had this guy in trouble in the first round, tried to finish him off and couldn't. And he's paid the price since as Alvarez ever so meekly was able to drop Cotto in the second round and late in the second round, and then has outboxed him in 3, 4, and 5. And is out in front of this fight. That's unofficially again. Almost a minute gone here in round 6. Alvarez fighting a brilliant fight.
And Cotto helping him by becoming the perfect opponent for him, coming straight at him. And he's in range for the big shots as he fires big ones himself. And Alvarez was starting to win the power battle in a big way at the end of the last round, and now here.
I don't know if you noticed that along with Eddie Reynoso and Jose Reynoso, is our old pal Oscar Larios working in the corner of Alvarez too. We saw him fight
Manny Pacquiao
over in at the stadium in the Philippines, and I know all the Filipinos have checked into this fight in the world telecast, and I'm glad that all our friends at the various television networks that you and I have worked for over there from time to time. We say hello to all of you. Bring us back, will you?
That was a memorable trip.
Is that the trip that I talked about wine drinking was about on the flight?
Yes, indeed.
Round number 6. Saul Alvarez still doing a nice job with Jose Miguel Cotto.
Interesting that Alvarez would be comfortable against the ropes here. His corner can't be too happy with that. I know he wants to fire the uppercut as he gets Cotto leaning in.
Yeah, and look at him counter, Dave. Just as you said, that's exactly what he did. When he picked this moment to come off the ropes and he blasted him behind the elbow. Look at these headshots.
Cotto walked right into it.
Stiff jab. That's about, 7 or 8 unanswered punches from Cotto. There's another one. 2 good right hands again. Body shot a little south of the border that time. No damage there. But look at these power shots upstairs. Cotto just can't continue to take this.
Alvarez looks like a middleweight throwing welterweight shots here.
Oh, man, yeah, he does. Cotto, now instead of bouncing towards him, kind of flat-footedly comes forward, trying to line up his own power shots. And you're right, Alvarez is satisfied to be here. He'll come off here with an uppercut when he gets the opportunity. Lets Cotto fire, overhand right, doesn't bother him, dances off, turns his shoulder into the right, back to his right, from left to right. And now he's trying to sucker him in. He's going to the ropes. He feels the ropes. Cotto comes in. Alvarez not taking any punishment here at all. That looked like a nice flurry for Cotto, but it wasn't. Everything landed on the gloves. Alvarez is dictating this fight, believe me. And by the way, Cotto looked good at the end of the round, but Alvarez won the round.
¿Pongo la toalla? No, ¿todavía bien? Ahí vaya. Ahorita lo que hacía hacia abajo y ya aflojó. Agua. Nada más saca los brazos.
This is round 7. Saul Alvarez, Jose Miguel Cotto, and Alvarez has kind of taken over since the 3rd round, but really definitively in 4, 5, and 6. And of course, he had Cotto down. More of an off-balance situation in the 2nd round for Cotto, but nonetheless scored as a 10-8 round because of the knockdown involved. And let's see if Cotto can turn this around now. It's time he's got to with 4 rounds to go.
And he's almost into must-knockout territory here, the way Alvarez has been piling up rounds. And Cotto has been giving it a supreme effort. He's faced a guy who's been able to step up one more notch.
And we're talking about a 19-year-old against a 32-year-old. A guy that's undefeated. I don't particularly agree with this, but I understand what Alvarez is trying to do. He wants to sucker him in and come with his own uppercuts. He's not getting hurt by these shots. He's taking through. Now watch him start coming when he decides. Bounces off to his left. He'll plan again and look for some uppercuts in here. There's the digging body shot that's been effective throughout the course of the fight. If he catches him a little bit more towards the elbow on that right side of Cotto's body, he'll drop him with a very good body shot, but he hasn't been able to land it quite there. It's a little bit behind the elbow.
Alvarez can set different type of traps. He doesn't always have to be against the ropes because you'll still take unnecessary punches, even if you win the fight over the course of your career. That's the type of thing that could shorten. He could stay outside, use the jab, move, and lure Cotto into him, but not be along the ropes.
He's doing that, Dave, but he knows exactly where he is because as soon as he feels the rope touch his back, he gives a little slide one way or the other, and then he sets up in front of Cotto, which seemingly is where he wants to be. And for the life of me, I don't know why, except for, he's an excellent counterpuncher on the inside. And he'll turn and twist the left elbow in. See, that's the reason. He likes this in here.
He does like it in here.
He feels like he can do more damage in here than Cotto can do to him. And there's that body shot again. That one was closer to the front, more on top of the liver. Cotto's landing shots here, but they're pity-pat shots. This guy loads up punches.
If Alvarez could be outside and making it an easier fight for himself, using his reach and getting Cotto to lunge and make mistakes that way. Maybe he heard Ali was here, so wanted to give him the rope though.
Could be, but I have a feeling it's because he's of Mexican heritage, and that's the way Mexican fighters fight. It's the way they're taught, and especially in those gyms in Guadalajara, Mexicali, and Tijuana, that's the way they train down there. This is some kind of tough kid. And there's no shortage of great Puerto Rican fighters either. They know exactly how to fight as well.
In a blind taste test, over 70% of people preferred the taste of Tap Out Energy over Red Bull.
I like this one. You like this one? Yep.
The MGM Grand Garden Arena coming up next is our main event of the evening as the five-time three-division world champion Shane Mosley takes on Floyd Mayweather, who's won 6 world titles in 5 different weight classes. Second round. 2 future Hall of Fame fighters. Mosley, 38 years of age. Floyd Mayweather at 33. Here we go to round number 8. 3 more rounds, and Cotto has got to turn it up a notch and begin scoring, or Alvarez is going to win this fight. Alvarez is undefeated, 31 victories. Cotto has 31 victories and has only 1 loss in a draw. Both have 23 knockouts. Here's the heavy blows again, being landed by Alvarez. Right hand's upstairs, right hand downstairs. He used the left hook. Now that time he feinted left and threw that right hand hard to the high cheekbone of Cotto.
And see, he can do a lot out here. He can do the same kind of damage and get Cotto to walk into the same type of trouble that he does when he's up against the rope. So it's interesting to see as his career develops if he does more of this or more of the stuff on the ropes.
See, the problem is young guys just want to say, come on, let's go at it. And they got to learn the sweet science a little bit more. Cotto is more of a sweet science guy than is Alvarez, but, at this stage, I think that Alvarez has just slightly more ability at this stage. I mean, he's only 19 years of age. When I say that, Cotto's got an amazing record, too. He's 31-1 with a draw.
And Cotto brought an A game with him tonight.
Yeah, he did.
Almost a knockout in the first round. He set the pace, was landing some big shots in the early rounds, having Alvarez backed up, but just not enough. Alvarez found another gear when Cotto started to do his best work.
Isn't it amazing the difference? I mean, one more head blow by Cotto in that first round and this fight would have been over. Yet Alvarez has proven and really shown us by these rounds what a terrific young fighter he is. And we would have got to see that because I haven't seen Alvarez fight before. I've seen Cotto fight, but I haven't seen Alvarez. And I love what I'm seeing.
Yeah, this is a great statement about his recuperative powers and about his guts. This is a fight that was going the other way on him. Very easily could have been a loss.
Mario Martino Rivera, who writes in the San Juan Star down in San Juan, is on some of the boxing commissions in the world scene. Told me, he says, Cotto's a very good fighter, but he says, I think Alvarez is a little bit stronger. That might be the difference in the fight. So far, Mario Rivera, very experienced writer and fight guy, knows what he's talking about. And he's a Puerto Rican, so, I mean, he'd be rooting for Cotto all the way. A lot of respect for Alvarez.
This has been almost an effortless round for Alvarez on the outside, doing all this damage.
And as hard as both of these men have worked, and make no mistake about it, they're working hard. Loading up shot takes a lot out of you. We're in the 8th round, and neither one of them really, what I would say, showing a lot of fatigue yet. Look at these shots. I don't know how Cotto is standing up to them. I mean, you're talking about a guy that's got 23 knockouts and his 31 victories. And so this guy can punch. It's another Alvarez round, easily for me.
According to the EPA, the air in your home.
Zito doing a great job keeping time. I always know we won't have any 4-minute rounds with these guys, right? This is round 9, scheduled for 10. I think Saul Alvarez has really shown me at 19 years of age that he's a world-class fighter, to be sure, no matter what happens in the last couple of rounds of this fight. But this kid is some kind of tough.
This has been a coming-out party for him. Big audience here, sold-out arena, big worldwide television audience, and a gratifying, a very satisfying type performance to rally from where he was early in the fight to come back to here and then be dominant.
With the great welterweights in the world today, they're all about the same age, late 20s, early 30s. This kid is 19 years of age. Remember the name, Saul Alvarez. Hope you have to recognize one of the few red-headed fighters from Mexico.
A middleweight and welterweight clothing. Big man.
Yeah, he is. And at 19, he's going to go up to middleweight at some stage for sure. After 47. See how he does. He's in great physical shape. 19, very, very crafty fighter. Fighting against a world-class fighter. Showed us his courage and his grit when he got in trouble in the first round and survived it against a lot of odds at the stage. And he's really pounding the body of Cotto. Cotto's got to be sore. I mean, God, he's taking so many shots at the head, and those body shots continually behind the elbow, loading up the right hand, the uppercut. He's having a field there right now with Cotto.
And there are no cheap punches being landed. They're all big, like on a power scale, say 8s on a scale of 10.
Tell you one thing, it's the one that Cotto hasn't got too many losses. This guy can take a shot. Even the round that he was down, he wasn't staggered. He was off balance. And it had to be scored a knockdown. Tony Weeks right on top of it. He wasn't really, in reality, knocked down and in any trouble whatsoever. He was off balance on the cover. Look at that shot he hit. And this one. And that one. He wants to load up this right hand, and here it comes. Banging him hard. Cotto better fight back. I told him he was knocked out.
He's moving closer.
That's 5 right hands in a row. 6 right hands in a row. He missed the last few. Tony wants to stop the fight. Cotto better fight. About 2 more shots in the head. This fight will be over. There's some big